Pokken Tournament offers a very well-balanced experience with a couple of fun surprises and not a whole lot wrong. For those of you wondering if you should get this game, I'm going to tell you this out of the gate. If you're a Pokemon fan but you don't like fighting games, Pokken Tournament is not for you. That's not to say that this game isn't for new fighting game enthusiasts, because Pokken Tournament has a very nice entry level to it. Fans of Street Fighter may find this game a bit funny, because Pokken Tournament lacks normal fighting game input commands. Instead, it has a simplified directional attack input by inputting your direction on the D-pad and pressing one of the attack buttons. Pokken Tournament is simplified, but it grows more complex as you play and learn. I'll delve deeper into that reason why a bit later. First, I'm going to talk about the length of the game itself. Pokken Tournament, for those playing short-term, may look to the single player. The single player campaign revolves around you fighting countless computer-controlled players, so that you become the very best like no one ever was. There are a few little hints and nudges to the original games, and at one point the game even tells me that Pokemon typing is not a factor. There is some story to the single player, and it is also necessary to unlock stages and support characters. The story is okay/passable at best. I did feel like I had some investment in the story only because I wanted to unlock things. Also, this is not really a spoiler, but fighting Shadow Mewtwo in story mode is not for the faint of heart. Shadow Mewtwo provides a really high difficulty curve early on in the game, which really sucks. I got to the very end of the story, and you only get a title for beating the very best. That's it. Nothing else. But by that point, you've already unlocked everything, so I guess it's just a little trophy to you at the end. But still, I could have, had some, like, maybe a soundtrack to the game, or something of that nature, maybe like a sound test. Something, I beat the story mode in a weekend, and that was mostly winning, with only about 3 losses the entire time. To sum up, the Farum League is a long grind, but necessary if you want to unlock everything. Plus, it kind of prepares you, for the online, for the real world. It helps you practice. There is voice acting, but it's complete garbage. It feels like the developers just handed the scripts to some random English speaker, and they just said read. They just said, here you go, now read it, do it. Other than that, it was okay. It's kind of necessary, so you just have to get through it. For those looking long-term play, you could go through the league with each Pokemon, or you could just do what the game tells you to do after you beat the final person. You go online. The online in the game is very well polished. I was very much surprised. You can participate in ranked or free matches. Online connects smoothly and with very little lag, even with my crappy internet. There is some startup lag at the start of each match, but it's not really a problem, not that I foresee, unless you're just, so anal about it. The mechanics in the game are very refined and balanced. You have a directional input attack as mentioned before, but they can be comboed together very effectively. For newcomers, there is a tutorial on basic combos for each Pokemon, and a action dojo, which I really appreciated. This is where you can practice each Pokemon's moves individually. Each Pokemon even comes with its own counters, adding to the balance of the game. While it could be argued, one could simply win by mashing buttons, but those who take the time to learn the game can easily overcome and beat those who mash. Graphically, the game is quite impressive for a Wii U game, as vibrant colors and each character looks so detailed. The stages, while not the main focus, vary. I don't think there's a stage that I'm not a fan of. When in multiplayer though, the game does dip to 30 frames per second, which may be a turnoff for some people. But you can hook up a LAN to another Wii U and have a local play that way. The reason is because the way the game is designed. Player 1 would use the gamepad while Player 2 uses the TV screen. This is understandable. Pokken Tournament is a very well-polished experience that could keep people who wish to refine their skills playing. While hardcore fighting game fans may or may not appreciate the simplicity Pokken Tournament offers, consumers who think they may be interested in this game, I would say go ahead and check it out. The mechanics are simple and in-depth, which may appeal to some people. Graphically, the game is pretty great. While local play dips the frames, it is understandable but may be a turn-off for some. The story could have left out some voice acting, and it could have been just fine with text. Overall, Pokken Tournament gets a 4.8 out of 5 for the impressively in-depth simple mechanics, overall graphic quality, and very polished experience. This has been Caleb bringing you a review of Pokken Tournament from the College Gaming Network.